All right, what's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while. I apologize. I'm not even going to get into it. I posted all the reasons why I have been gone for so long in the Discord if you're really interested in that whole sad story. But anyway, let's not dwell on that. Yeah, how's everybody doing? Little fun one tonight. I think it'll be fun. I don't know. It could be either really fun or it could be incredibly frustrating. A little GA action in the Beechcraft Bonanza from Black Square. Amazing airplane. Love this thing. On a fun little VATSIM, VATUSA event, ZDC event. Let's get into it in a second. What is up? So I got chat up here again. I think I like it up there, especially in this cramped little it's not a flight deck. This is a cockpit. So anyway, what is up? Aviation Geek, what is up? Yeah, I caught your chat before I set things up. What's going on? Caleb, I know, your seat's dusty. Let me dust off this lovely crushed velour, red velvet, whatever it is, seat for you. I apologize. I know it's been a while, guys. I'm sorry. Philip, what's up, man? Micah, 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3, disaster inbound. Right. So this one, I don't know. I hope it's interesting. It's something different. What we're doing tonight, so there's a VATUSA event tonight in the Potomac area. That is, I guess they're going to staff up the controllers that would normally handle the SFRA, right? The Special Flight Rules area. If you guys aren't familiar with the SFRA, I'll show you what it is. It is kind of this. You guys probably aren't going to be able to see it very well on this thing. So I actually have a VFR. So we're going to go VFR. The SFRA is this 30-mile ring of airspace centered on the DCA VOR. Basically, it was put in place after 9/11 because obviously GA aircraft were very heavily involved in 9/11. Anyway, basically what it is it's an area of airspace where you basically need, I'm not going to get into the details of it, but you basically need to have a squawk code and file a flight plan, even if you are VFR. Now, I am intimately familiar with the SFRA. I did a lot of flight training inside the SFRA. This here is Manassas Regional. This is my home airport. I fly from an airport that's under the SFRA. I am intimately familiar with how to get an SFRA clearance, how to file an SFRA flight plan, yada, yada, yada. I want to see how close this is to real life. So we're going to see. Caleb, if we even make it off the ground, exactly. I'll be fine. Half of VATSIM won't be. Yeah, and I don't know how many people are going to participate in this, to be honest, because if you're not familiar with the SFRA, like the VATSIM rules for flying in the SFRA, and that's what the SFRA. When I say SFRA, it's SFRA. It's just what we call the SFRA, the SFRA. Anyway, the VATSIM rules for it are, from what I can tell, almost exactly the same, if not exactly the same as they are for flying in the real SFRA. And in order to be able to even fly in this thing, you need to pass it's a pretty easy little course, but you have to pass a course and like take a test. So we're going to see. I don't know how many other people are going to be on this thing. I don't know. I don't really care. Philip, you just summarized how your sim life has been the last week. Oh no. And we do have those weeks. I know. Yeah. I mean, it's work. My wife is out of town for 2 weeks. It's just been busy on the weekends, on and on and on. But we did steal some time today to try to fly on this special little event. Now, I think I've only flown VFR on VATSIM maybe once. So this is kind of cool. I mean, we're going to get our SFRA clearance. Here's the plan. Here on the ground, we're going to call up whatever top-down controller is providing service to this airport. I filed a flight plan. So in VATSIM, so when I file in real life, file an SFRA flight plan, I use ForeFlight, and it does it all for me. There's even a little drop down that has DC SFRA as the flight plan type. It's a little different using the VATSIM interface. I think I did it right. Maybe I'll get yelled at. If I do, I'm not going to snap back and say, you know, you're talking to, I do this on a weekly basis, blah, blah, blah. It's say, okay, well, sorry. Well, can you fix my flight plan? So, but I think I did it right. Basically, on VATSIM, this is a little different, but on VATSIM, you file your departure airport and your arrival airport just as you would a normal SFRA flight plan. And then in the flight route area, you put the gate that you want to go out of. And the SFRA has many gates. We're going to go out of the Fluky gate. This is the one I routinely fly out of. The Wino gate is over here. If I'm going out to the beach, I'll fly out of this gate. Sometimes I'll go out of Groovy, which is down here if I'm going southbound. Anyway, so you file your gate. You put DEST/ and then the fix for your gate. And then in the remarks, you put SFRA or DC SFRA to let them know it's a SFRA flight plan. So that's kind of how this is supposed to work. And we're going to find out if that is how it's supposed to work. So let's see who is online. All right, Potomac Approach is online. Looks like 1985, our old friends. That is the real frequency I get. This 125125, I've gotten this one before. This one may actually be the SFRA one. Usually it's like 12732 is the controller that you call up. Here, let's see. So I'm not sure which one of these guys is actually handling it. Manassas. We'll find out. I know this is thrilling for you guys. Well, we'll go ahead and start up the Bonanza, and then we'll just call 1985 and see what we get. Actually, 125125. That's like down by Patuxent. That's these guys down here. I believe. Yeah, 125125. That's SFRA South, and we're not going out of that gate. Ours would be 127325. Okay, so I was right. So I don't see them up here, but we'll just call up the 1985 frequency and see what we get there. And if they tell us to switch, we will switch. Yeah, I don't see any other Potomac Approach online. Maybe they'll pop online here in a minute. Anyway, so that's what we'll do. So we're in the Bonanza, the one without the tip tanks, just the classic A36 Beechcraft Bonanza by Black Square, and we're gonna fly out. Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna fly. Let's get our map back up here. We're gonna leave Manassas. We're gonna depart VFR, but through the SFRA. So we'll get our flight plan. We'll get our clearance, we'll get a squawk. Once we clear the SFRA, by the way, they'll tell us to, they'll say 1202 Romeo outside the SFRA, remain outside of Class Bravo, squawk VFR frequency change approved. And then once we get outside of this little ring, we'll just pop over to 1200. I think what we'll do, our destination airport is Shenandoah, which is here, but maybe we'll make it a little more interesting and we'll just fly kind of dead west here out to Luray area and then fly down the Shenandoah Valley, which is beautiful, and we'll land and then we'll turn it around and then we'll try to simulate a SFRA entry procedure and we'll see how we get on. So that's the plan. All right, well, let's start this thing up. Yeah, how do we do that? No, I'm just kidding. I think I remember how. I wanted to fly the Arrow, the Just Flight Arrow, but I just can't. The thing is just, honestly, it's just not very good. Let me know how the stream is, by the way. It's been like 2 weeks since I've streamed, so let me know if everything is coming up roses. All right, so we've got the battery master on. We're going to go ahead and crack the throttle. You know what we didn't do is we didn't put gas in this thing. So let's go ahead and just fill her up. Yeah, let's go ahead and just give ourselves full tanks. There we go. It's better. Cool. So throttle crack. Oh, there goes my mouse. Throttle cracked about a ½ inch. Mixture can go 4 inch. Let's go ahead and put the beacon light on. I don't have any of this bound to my hardware either, except for the ignition, the magneto switch. Fuel pump goes on high. Where's fuel flow? Three, 4, 5 seconds. That's probably good enough. Come on, turn off. There we go. And let's be sure to yell clear prop. Clear prop. beacon's on. That's all good. And let's see if it'll crank. Oh, of course it didn't. Oh boy. All right. So we've had this problem before where you just simply can't start the Bonanza, and it looks like we may have that issue again. 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear prop. Oh man, remember that one stream we couldn't start this thing. Oh, we're gonna do it again, aren't we? Oh boy. Try for a flooded start. There we go. Yeah, we flooded it a little bit, but it looks like we're good now. RPM's a touch under 1,000. Lean the mixture a little bit so we don't foul the plugs. And that went actually better than expected. Evox master on. Yeah, fuel, but yep. No, it was. I think it's the priming sequence that kind of trips me up sometimes, Micah. Not the priming, but, well, yeah, the priming sequence. All right, that's all good. That's good. So, by the way, I did pay up for the version of the TDS 750XI that gives you... Sorry, I was rudely interrupted. That gives you the Navigraph data integration. So this thing is now fully integrated with Navigraph data, which was pretty money, actually. So, yeah. Anyway, yep, fuel valve's open. Looks like we're on the left tank right now. So that's good. And let's go ahead and just finish setting things up here. What are the winds doing? 140 at 7, so we're going to be using runway 16. Normally I'd do all this in the run-up block, but we'll just do it here. And what's the altimeter? 2999. So that's actually already set, and that is field elevation. It's about 180 feet here at Manassas. So why is that doing that? There we go. Oh my gosh, what did I do? All right, nothing to see there. I have a my physical hardware magneto switch I use to crank the engine in that, but you have to click it back into the just the both mags position. And I didn't do it, and I don't think that the airplane liked that very much. Anyway, it's not all about that today. It's about flying the SFRA procedures. So anyway, let's see. That's all good. And now what we do is call up and get our clearance. Give me this. So normally what I would say is I would call up and say November 1202 Romeo, like Manassas ground, November 1202 Romeo, looking for VFR departure to the west, taxi with whatever the weather is. You don't even really say SFRA clearance, but I think they want you to call up with the SFRA clearance request here. So we will simulate that. Let's see who is online. Call this guy up. Potomac approach. Good evening. November 1202 Romeo is here on the west ramp at Manassas. Just looking to pick up just VFR, SFRA clearance out to the west.
Number 1202 Romeo Potomac approach, stand by.
All right, let's see what they say. Let's see if we did it right. It's the waiting for the chaos. Exactly. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Looks like the cabin temperature is warm. You know what? Oh, 100. That's BS. It's not 102 degrees here in the DC area. I don't know what that's all about. We're going to let them suffer. Everybody back here is like, oh no, my bindings. Oh no. I haven't flown this airplane in so long. I haven't rebound my...
Number 1202 Romeo, departure frequency is 119.85, squawk 5572, revised range to taxi.
Okay, it's going to be 1985 for departure 5572, and we're actually ready to taxi here at Manassas. We're on the west ramp.
General Star 1202 Romeo to Manassas, wind 1407, altimeter 2999, rolling 16 right, taxi via Alpha. That's running complete, let me know if you want to take 16 left.
Okay, 16 right via Alpha. No, that's perfect for 1202 Romeo. And we got the weather here, thank you. 5572. And let's go ahead and put that in. And then he gave us 1985, which we're on right now. Okay, cool. I'm going to preset the altitude to 2,000 feet, vertical speed about 900 feet per minute. So that's pretty good. That's pretty much the way it goes in real life. So good on them. Taxi lights on. Then put our nav lights on too.
5451 approach hello at the 756 arrival. Expect the Mount Vernon this showing you 1 watch altimeter 2998.
Okay, descend via the Freedom 6. Is there any way we
Did he
can
give us 16? I think he gave
RNAV
us 16.
Runway 1.
Yeah, he gave us 16 right via Alpha.
5451.
Only one taxiway on the one main taxiway on the west side. It's Alpha, and actually the main one on the east side is Bravo. So it makes it a little bit easier. They're right. Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty happy with the way that went. That's very much like real life at Manassas Regional Airport. So yeah, Caleb, 16 right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Well, let's see if I can maintain the taxi line. So this is like a freeware version of Manassas. It's not the Manassas that Anon created for us a long time ago with all the awesome hangars and high-rise FBO. This is a slightly more realistic version of it than the. Sorry, I'm trying to find the sweet spot here for my seat height, and I'm unable to do it. Yeah, my view is all screwed up. I hope it looks okay for you guys. I don't know. I think we might just roll with it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to taxi off into the run up area here.
Departure United 1379. We're at the west side.
It's pretty realistic here.
Delta holding show Zulu for 30.
Except that hangar isn't there anymore. It's torn down. It's a big construction site now. But we'll just taxi off here into the run up area. Get our GPS all set up, and this is where I normally do the run-up and all the other checklist items before taking off, but I think we'll just go ahead and program the GPS and get on out of here. Cool. Let's get those RPMs back up. That's pretty good right there. All right, so for flight plan for this thing, now we're VFR, so I'm just going to go ahead and put in our... I'll go ahead and put in Shenandoah, and then I'll put in, I think I'll put in Luray as a waypoint, because that's kind of a fun little flight. There's a gap in the mountains we can fly through. Let's go ahead and put in Luray Caverns Airport, and Shenandoah, we want to be 0 feet AGL. It'll give us a little top of descent. Yeah, it's about 1,200 feet. I think pattern altitude's only 2,000 feet at that airport, but that is beside the point. And yeah, cool. 5572 is in. Departure frequency is in there. And let's pull up our sectional. I haven't looked at a sectional in a long time, but here is one. So basically when we depart, we'll stay at 2,000 feet. As we head under the Bravo here of Dulles until we get to this ring right here, and then I'll maybe pop up to 2,500, and then once we clear the SFRA, I'll just start to climb up, and I think our final cruise, we'll just go at 4,500 feet today, VFR altitude, as we go out west, and that should give us enough clearance to get over the mountains, and yeah, we'll have some fun. Slow down. Yes, I know. I was taxiing very fast there. They say don't taxi at a brisk walk or something like that, which honestly, I guess I don't walk very fast because I don't know if I've ever taxied at a brisk walk pace before. Hang on a second, guys. I'm moving the chat window all over the place now. Really having trouble getting my view set up. Now I gotta move you guys back here. Oh man, what a mess. Real pro streamer. Virtue Sim, I saw that you're in the chat. Speaking of pro VR streamers, you guys go check out Virtue Sim stuff. He's got some cool VR streams up there.
United
And
1379
I think
will be ready upon
you're
reach.
doing more live streaming.
1379,
pretty good.
turn right at bank 340,
Anyway, Philip's talking to Virtue Sim. But anyway, yes, this is a Class Bravo. Well, we're under the Bravo
Can you repeat
shelf.
the heading again for United
Here, the
1379?
Dulles Bravo shelf to be
Yeah,
exact. So
1379, turn
anyway,
right,
we are pretty much
340.
ready to go. So let's go ahead
On the right,
and
340, clear for takeoff 30 for United
push up to the
1379.
hold short line, and then get out of here. Yeah, that's a little
Black Square,
better.
Navy Lima 11.
Navy Lima 11 Potomac.
Potomac Navy Lima 11, we'd like to go to Reagan, but we're on the ground at Andrews.
Navy Lima 11 Potomac, any chance you guys saw a flat plan, or let me know which aircraft type you are.
I still don't like where the
We're at F18 here.
where the chat is. I can't get it exactly right either. I think this is a case of it's going to be just good enough right there. In fact, that's pretty darn perfect. Anyway, ooh, contrails. All right, let's call them up and get out of here. One thing we didn't do is set our trims.
2,500 until size departure.
We don't need to set flaps. We rotated, what, about 70 knots in this airplane, if I remember correctly? I guess we're going to find out.
I'm doing class 5 airspace, maintain 4 I below 2,500, 119.85
wait.
and 1186.
So yeah, I didn't think I'd get a chance to stream tonight, but the stars aligned. Honestly, there was no way that I wasn't going to at least fly this offline. Too fun. Potomac approach, Bonanza 1202 Romeo at Manassas, holding short 16 right, ready to go.
Bonanza 1202 Romeo, wind 1407 right, turn on course of true runway 16 right, clear for takeoff.
16 right, clear for takeoff, right turn to the west approved, Bonanza 1202 Romeo. That is bang on what they would say. That is strobes on, fuel pump on, mixture, transponder set. That is exactly what they would tell you to do. That is perfect VFR departure instruction for this airport. So yeah, man. Virtue Sim just did a live stream. Ah, nice. Yeah, I've missed a lot. I've missed pretty much everybody's live streams. I mean, I haven't had time to stream myself, much less watch anybody else's, man. But Virtue Sim, good for you. Virtue Sim is actually streaming live VR content, folks. So you all need to go check his stuff out. Okay, 16 right. Lights on, camera on, action, good, good, and let's get out of here. Landing light is not on. Here we go. So we'll climb up to about 800 feet and then make that turn out to the west.
Copy Reagan and proceed on
Cages look good. Airspeed's alive. We rotate at 70.
Potomac helicopter 4 Mike Echo.
There's 70.
Helicopter 4 Mike Echo, Potomac.
A little more right rudder.
So
A little more right rudder.
Mike Echo is
It's gonna break Europe.
out of Montgomery
Pitching
County.
for
We're
about
looking
100
transition as a Class B,
about 100 knots,
down to
I'd say,
18
right?
routes.
Looking good. And then we'll just make a right turn out to the west.
4 Mike Echo, what's your full contact?
November 884 Mike Echo.
Actually,
We
we'll
just got a
pull
message
the,
from 125. I think we're going to switch over there. They want to talk
Drop
to us.
RPM back a little
Yeah,
bit
like
here in the
125,
climb.
12, that will work better.
Okay, 12512 helicopter 4 Mike Echo.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Maintain 3,000.
There's a right turn.
3,000 Southwest 214.
Don't approach November 9 Mike Alpha.
1,000 to go. This is looking
November
pretty
9
good.
Mike Alpha.
Here we go, Micah. Exactly. Toga. Toga's in chat.
There's a 152 on the ground at Montgomery County looking for vehicle.
Oh, man.
November 9 Mike Alpha. Contact
Normally what I do
201,
is there's a set of railroad
125,
tracks that you tend to want to stay to the, you want to stay to the north of them if you're going.
122 Romeo, do you want to fly solo?
No, I think we're going to just go VFR today for Bonanza 1202 Romeo. Thank you.
Panama 1202 Romeo, frequency change approved.
Okay, frequency change approved. You want us to squawk VFR for 1202 Romeo?
Shenandoah 1202 Romeo, contact Potomac 125.12.
Okay, 12512 for Bonanza 1202 Romeo. That's what I thought. I wasn't trying to be a jerk, but we definitely are inside the SFRA, so... Oop, let's not bust the Bravo here. In fact, I think what we can do, let's just go heading mode here. I know this is a little bit lame, but we'll go heading mode and then Potomac approach, Bonanza 1202 Romeo is 2,000 feet westbound.
Number 1202 Romeo Potomac departure, squawk 5572.
We're squawking 5572 for 1202 Romeo.
And let me know Washington class Bravo airspace.
Nah, we're just VFR out west for 1202 Romeo.
And you're about to leave the special flight to Louis John anyway, so proceed on course.
Okay, on course. You want us over to VFR then?
You're VFR, so proceed on course, maintain VFR.
Okay, just thought we were still inside the SFRA, but we will squawk VFR and on course approved. 1202 Romeo. Have a good night. Sorry, I had to. And we're still in the SFRA.
Remember 884 Mike Echo contact 10 miles
yeah,
northwest
so
of Washington.
you would normally never get that call.
You're cleared into Washington Bravo airspace, main Washington altimeter
until you're actually outside of the SFRA. But hey,
altitude for helicopter 4
it's all good.
All
right, that's good. We can now climb to 4,000.
Understood, we'll maintain VFR altitude.
500.
Helicopter 4 Mike Echo.
And
altimeter
where are we going?
2999.
Of course here. The autopilot's not on, that's why. Autopilot. Oh. Alright, well, that's just because I haven't flown the Bonanza in a while.
I'm not saying these prop like planned to back one.
There we go. Alright, anyway, so
Could you repeat that for November 9 Mike Alpha?
a little bit of confusion there.
I'm not saying the required prop like planned on the network. Did you fire one?
So, like I said, normally you wouldn't get...
You said you're not seeing a...
so we'll squawk VFR at this point. Oops.
Understood. We'll try to refile for an overnight.
There we go. So VFR, and we could switch frequencies now if we wanted to. I think we'll just stay where we're at. Squared up at 2424. This is all looking pretty good. We can lean the mixture a little bit, though.
Thanks for the sub.
Oh, thank you very much, whoever that was who subscribed. Unfortunately, I cannot see who that was in the chat, but thank you. Appreciate it. Glad you're enjoying this wacky content tonight. This is not our norm, but figured why not? Let's do some... I don't get to use Real Pilot in my stream titles very often, but tonight we could use Real Pilot Flies, kind of clickbaity title. So, anyway, Jaden, what's going on, man? You're not late. Now you're just in time. What's up? Virtue Sim, no, I haven't had time to get it. I want to get it. I'm going to get the whole package. But I have not had time to get the Duke. I think I will, I don't know, maybe this weekend if it's rainy. So, yeah, we're on a pretty good course here. We're 1,000 to go. I think what we'll do, there's a gap like right about in here. We'll kind of shoot that gap. Actually, it's the one. Yeah, it's pretty much right off the nose. I think that's the one I usually fly through. There's also a lower gap. If you look over there at about 1 o'clock, you can fly through that one. And then if you go further north, the Blue Ridge get a little bit lower, and we didn't do any of our things here. We can turn that off. We don't need the landing light on. Turn that off. Everything else looks good. The Blue Ridge get a little bit lower as you go further to the east, north there. But we're VFR. It's not nighttime. We can see everything. We'll just continue on the way we are. This is kind of cool flying VFR on VATSIM. I've never even thought about doing it before. Especially because it was an SFRA event. We'll see how it works when we land at Shenandoah. We'll file our SFRA flight plan back in to the SFRA. It's pretty much the reverse of when you leave the SFRA. Instead of you put your you put the gate that you're going to enter through, and we're going to go back through Fluky Gate. You'd put that as your departure, so you put DEP/Fluky as your flight plan route. Let's go ahead and pull. We'll just go 2323.
Potomac helicopter 4 Mike Echo requesting route 1 transition eastbound at 1000.
And lean the mixture out a little bit more to about
November 4 Mike Echo. I have talked with Washington
there.
Tower 4, so stand by.
Standing by Cabin John for Mike Echo.
about 15 gallons an hour. Why not? It's not my gas. I don't care. So anyway, Julie, what is going on? Good morning, good evening, whatever it is in everyone's time zone. What's going on? Welcome. Young Gaming, sorry you're late. It's no big deal, man. It is no big deal. You're not going to get a tardy. I'm not going to mark you as absent or tardy or anything. You are good, my friend. Yeah, we're kind of taking it slow in the Bonanza. I mean, this thing is capable of more than 150 knots indicated, and you know, we're doing about 162 across the ground here. But hey, why not? I mean, it's a quick flight, so might as well take our time, right? You're from PHPH. Where is that? I'm sorry, I don't know where that is. Oh, is that the airport identifier? Papa Hotel? I don't know where that is. Jaden, how long is the flight? Honestly, we're VFR. It's as long as you want it to be. we can just dork around VFR all day long. I mean, direct, like Manassas to Shenandoah, it's like I don't know, I think I can do it in like 35 minutes in the Arrow. So less than this, but we're not going to go direct. We're gonna fly out over these beautiful mountains here, and then fly down the Shenandoah Valley. One thing I do need to do is let's use technology. Let's go flight plan, Shenandoah airport info. I'm not sure what the Unicom frequency is, so it is okay. 123 point nothing. All right, 123.
November 4 Mike Echo, contact Washington Tower 119.1.
Washington Tower 119.1, helicopter 4 Mike Echo.
Cool. This is nice. Yeah, it's relaxing. It's a great airplane too. You know what we need to do is put the panel lights on. There we go. Now ask me where the rheostat is for the panel lights, and I will tell you I have no clue. Is it down here? How do I turn the panel lights up and down in a Bonanza? I don't fly a Bonanza in real life, folks. In the Arrow, it's a little rheostat switch here. But let's see. This is cabin air and cabin heat. It's really hot in here too. I think we need to pull cabin air maybe. Where's that? This is cabin heat. Oh well, we're just gonna have to be hot. Oh, here, look at this. Okay, that's how we turn them up. Floodlights. That's nice and cozy. Perfect. Ah, yes. So Charlottesville is off there to the south, just flying out over these beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains. Let's adjust our heading a little bit. So we can do whatever we want. We're VFR. We should be on Unicom right now, but nice to have a little traffic. Should probably have guard 121.5 tuned up in the standby there, monitoring that, but we also don't have that. So. Actually, what do we have here in the standby? Not much. No. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of nice. Young Gaming. Oh, you're eating hibachi. You are lucky. You are lucky. Jaden, I'm a pilot in real life. What planes have I flown? Mainly, I have the most hours in the just in the Piper Arrow. But I have flown. I will admit it that my primary training was in a 172 Mike and November models. Oh, I flew an SP also at some point later in my primary training. But most of the hours are in the Arrow. Let's see what else. I've flown Cherokees of various designations, mostly, well, single engine piston stuff. Low and slow kind of stuff. But no, the plane that I got the most hours by far is in the Aero. It's the one that we keep at Manassas. Actually flew it I think that was last Wednesday. Kind of out to this area, maybe not quite this far. I went to Culpeper and just kind of bashed up the pattern there. And still testing out. We just got a new GTN 650 XI in the panel, and still kind of testing that out with the rest of the avionics package.
So, Mac, very good afternoon again. Highly specified.
Beautiful.
Though.
So I wonder if we could get...
I would like to file a DC SFRA flight plan from...
I was going to say, if we could get the weather over the radio at Shenandoah, but obviously we can't because there's no ATIS up. So we'll just have to go with this. Shenandoah weather, what do we got? 140 at 6, clear in a million, beautiful day to fly. 3003 is the altimeter setting, so we can adjust that here. Even though we're not that close. But yeah. Beautiful. One day you want to buy an SP or a Cessna. I mean, well, yeah, 172 SP is the one that I flew. Most of it was in an M, a Mike. And actually the M was a lot nicer than the November that I did some of the traffic. Actually, my first several flights were in a November model that had nothing in the panel. I posted a picture of that thing to somebody else, to somebody else's Discord, because they were curious. We were talking about airplanes and stuff, and that thing had an ADF and a radio with no flip-flop.
Contacted him and he sent us over
place to put a frequency, and that was it. We never did set a timer. What's our fuel looking like here?
Thank you so much.
We're doing pretty good. I guess we could.
We'll stand by for now.
Let's go ahead and just switch tanks. Fuel flow still good. Fuel pump up. Yeah, this is a pretty cool flight in real life, just over the Blue Ridge down the valley.
Approach November 9 Mike Alpha.
Julie, you like the Airbus. I could tell. The 320, 21, the 330, 340, 350, and the 380. Yeah, it's funny. I had a 320 stream kind of queued up last week. I was just going to do one from, I think it was Mexico City to Cancun, just for the heck of it. And then a bunch of life got in the way, and I wasn't able to do it, unfortunately. I wish that I had I don't have my... So... This must be the first time we've flown the Bonanza with the new PC, because I don't have my cameras.cfg copied over. I can't get back in the spacious cabin, but it'd be kind of cool to do anyway. But yeah, this is such a scenic flight. I love, just people who have never flown before. They're like, hey, let's go for a flight. I'm like, yeah, I know where we're going. We're going out here. So let's make a turn down to the west here, or down to the southwest. Now, in real life, that would have been a little bit bumpy going over those ridges. Maybe not this late in the evening, but during the day, that gets a little bumpy. In fact, I probably would have flown that at like 6,500, not 4,500.
Approach November 9 Mike Alpha.
But, yeah.
1300.
Jaden, yeah, the N, the November model was it was clapped out. Had to slam the door like 10 times to get it to shut. But honestly, it was a really good primary trainer because it had no GPS. It had, it had a nav radio. It did have, it could track a VOR. It was not IFR certified. I don't think it had a glide slope indicator. But it was really good just for classic VFR primary training.
Honor Gorman, yep, so we're cleared, departure on 119.1. Can we just get the squawk again?
Industry Spot, Squawk 5503, departure frequency now 135.35.
It's 40 miles down the valley here.
135.35 and
Yeah, I do this flight.
How much at least with 05?
I would say, well, I haven't flown a lot in real life recently, but I used to do this frequently just because it's so pretty. And it's such a quick flight out here. I mean, you saw how long that took to get out here. It's like 20 minutes. I'm kind of flying this at aero speeds too. Well, that's a little faster than the aero. I true out at about 150 knots in the short body aero that I fly, but
looking to go eastern route 1 to the GW.
that's about how long it takes in real life.
West side of the P56 Alpha.
But anyway, Julie, oh well, yeah, exactly. Jaden, is this a flight I've done in real life? Yeah, exactly. Yes, 100%. I've done this one many times. In fact, if you keep going down this valley, well, skirt a little bit further west, but continue to follow the Shenandoah Valley, you end up kind of going past Roanoke and then into Blacksburg, which is where I went to college, and I have at Virginia Tech, and I've flown down to that airport many times too. And I tend to take the long route, this route, just because it's so pretty. I mean, it adds another 20 minutes onto the flight, but like on a beautiful VFR day, it's like it's just so good. It's so relaxing, kind of like this is. But yeah, Virtue Sim, you were talking about the Dukes. I'm definitely planning on getting those. I don't know if you guys have heard any news about the other PMDG aircraft that is apparently maybe on the horizon. I want to get that one. I don't know. I haven't really done a lot of reading on the forums or anything. I don't even know what the status of that thing is. I assume it's coming soon. But yeah, we'll get that one and try to figure out how to fly the 777. That'll be fun. Love to get back in the Phoenix. Like I said, I had a stream all in the can, ready to go. Not a can, in a hopper, I guess. Whatever, queued up, on deck, whatever you want to say. Ready to go, and then just I think that was one of the nights. I don't know. We had something going on. Oh, plus my wife had shoulder surgery, so I mean it was planned, but I've been kind of doing other, not that I don't do a lot around the house anyway, but I've been picking up a little bit of the slack. She can't, she's got her arm in a sling, and now she is off to Arizona for 2 weeks. So it's my daughter and I just kind of surviving on our own. But my kid was cool tonight. She's like, I asked her, I was like, hey, do you mind if I stream? She's like, no, it's just going to do my own thing anyway. I'm like, no, okay. So maybe we can stream more this week. I don't know. But no, she's an awesome kid. Julie, sometimes in your house a helicopter flies so low it's flying at 130 feet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you and me both. So I live pretty close to DC, and we get Blackhawks that fly over frequently, and we get the county police helicopters fly around. I mean, they fly all over the county, but every once in a while they're looking for somebody, I don't know what it is, and they'll buzz around our house, and they shake the windows. They fly so low.
George Washington Hospital.
The worst is when every once in a while we get a flight of Ospreys that fly over, like a flight of 2 or 3, and I'll tell you, the rotors on those things, the air, so bad that, I mean, those things fly fairly low over our house too, and I swear, like, pictures are going to fall off the wall.
Squawk 6553, departure frequency 135.3 for Mike Echo.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Correct frequency change approved.
So what is the weather again? Yeah, 140 at 6, and at Shenandoah, let's actually just use this.
November 9, Mike Arpa, you are leaving Washington, special flight through area. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved, good night.
We put info, let's look at runways.
Good night.
Well, it's dealer's choice. It's going to be a direct crosswind either way at 140 at 6. So why don't we enter why don't we use runway 05? We'll enter a direct entry left downwind
And Potomac
05.
November 84 Victor Kilo. We're looking to make a full stop landing at Martin
That's
State
what we're
Airport.
gonna
We have information, Kilo.
So, yep, left traffic. Flown this pattern before. It's kind of cool. 05 is a fun runway to land on, too.
Landing at Martin State.
It's not up on a plateau like, oh, come on. Oh, there's another airport in Virginia up in the hills that is up on a plateau, but it's kind of like a plateau. It's kind of fun. We'll do 05. Kind of want to keep flying though. I don't know. 130 feet in a helicopter's too high. I wish they were at like 2,000 feet when they fly over my house. Virtue Sim shakes the walls. Why does that say Front Royal Unicom? VATSIM radio
November 84 Victor Kilo
doesn't seem to have the...
Class Bravo include the Baltimore class Bravo.
The new
as
version
well.
of VATSIM radio will tell you what the CTAF frequency is, but this one is not. It says, oh, Shenandoah. I'm sorry. It said Front Royal. I guess they share a Unicom. It switched over to Shenandoah. So,
appreciate that.
yeah, we'll flip over to Unicom in, I'm sorry, to CTAF in 10 miles or so. Little chill VFR GA flying on a Monday night. I don't know. Doesn't get much
November
better.
84 Victor Kilo, contact Potomac approach 119.85.
419.84 Victor Kilo.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Just a beautiful area. Oops. Yeah. Beautiful airplane too. I wish I had a Bonanza. Gosh, a little more expensive to operate than a Piper Arrow. 2 more cylinders. Uses a little more gas. I mean, I could have leaned out the mixture a little more too. I think we're burning about 15 gallons an hour. I burned 10. It's got 100 more horsepower. Climbs better. More useful load. Yada yada yada. I can't afford it, and I have an Arrow. So there you go. That's kind of the end of that conversation. Virtue Sim, back in the day, the Air Force pilots came back from a low-flying mission. We would stick tree branches between skids just to scare them. I'm sure they really appreciated that, Virtue Sim. I'm sure they really appreciated that. That's awesome. Okay, so that right there in that little bowl, that's a ski resort. I think that's called Manassas. Right over there. You can kind of see it's, I don't know what that was, if it was like an old volcano, like an ancient volcano that collapsed or what, but that little bowl right there is one of our local ski resorts in the greater Washington, D.C. area. For those of you who are, good skiers, it's hardly a mountain. It's kind of like a hill. I mean, it's plenty more than I can handle, but yeah, it's close by. All right, let's switch over. Listen for a second. Nobody's calling. Now, normally when you switch over to a CTAF frequency, you're met with all kinds of people talking because CTAF is shared between like 5 airports, and well, out here maybe not, but closer to DC, and everybody's talking all over each other. It's a disaster. Shenandoah traffic, Bonanza 1202 Romeo is at 4,500 feet, 15 miles to the north. We're going to go ahead and just direct downwind entry for left traffic 505 full stop Shenandoah. Oh, and that's a terrible, terrible CTAF call. I was incredibly long-winded, but that's all good. We can start down pretty soon here. Julie and SF-260 military aircraft fly. So sometimes she's flying 100 feet or 73 feet or 59 feet, but Your house, the power height. Oh, okay. So you got power lines. Yeah, yeah. You gotta be careful with that. Purchased him here in the Netherlands. There's a few places where we cross underneath the power lines. So, I actually met a helicopter pilot one day in the FBO at, we'll go down to 2,100 feet. It's pattern altitude. At Manassas, who was a power line pilot, and it was pretty cool because his job would be to take people up on the let's go and turn our landing light on the skids of this little airplane. I don't know what kind of airplane it was. I see the airport, but his job would be to take people up on the skids of the helicopter, and basically they would work on those high tension, high voltage power lines, like from the helicopter. And the dude was like the coolest customer I've ever seen. Can you imagine that being your job? One, either being the pilot or we need to skirt around more to the west of this airport to avoid departing traffic. Obviously, this is not a very good pattern entry. Yeah, I mean those people. That's like next level stuff. All right, cool. So gumps check early on. Gas, fuel is pretty balanced. Undercarriage not yet. Mixture, we're enriching it a little bit. Prop, we're gonna leave where it is. Switches, we've got our landing light on. Fuel pumps to go. Seatbelts on. Your seatbelt on. Yep, good, excellent. All right. So we'll just enter this on a left downwind for 05 here. I'm just flying with the autopilot. I know I'm cheating, but hey, I do this in real life too sometimes. Just up for a chill flight. Plus, I like to look at chat too, and it's hard when I'm hand flying it. We need to get down a little quicker. Pull some manifold pressure. We'll go down about 17 inches. Still not in any real danger of hitting any oncoming traffic. I probably would have squared this off a little bit better in real life. In fact, let's do that. I don't like staring down the departure end of a active runway. This should put us on a pretty decent downwind. We're still pretty fast. And if I remember right, the Bonanza doesn't really like to slow down. So what we can do is we'll land. I'll file our SFRA flight plan back into Manassas, and then we can fly around some more, and then just enter the SFRA around the time of our flight plan. Because you get a half hour on the back side of it, and then 2 hours after your filed flight time, before they kind of pitch your flight strip in the bin. All right, we already set the altimeter. Everything else is looking pretty good. There's the runway over there. This is kind of a wide downwind. We're not at pattern altitude yet, but it's all right. Shenandoah traffic, Bonanza 1202 Romeo is going to be entering a left downwind for runway 05, full stop, Shenandoah. Right about now, the FBO would be calling on CTAF saying, hey, you guys want any fuel? Need any services? Nope. We're good. Julie, it's so hot right now. Ryanair's the worst. She's landing so hard. That's a stereotype. They're not that bad, are they? All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn the autopilot off. And we'll just hand fly it at this point. Slow us down here some more. Increase the mixture. Oh, that was weird. Get down. Why do we seem low? It's all right. We'll just level off right about here. This feels about right. Our altitude alerter keeps going off. So, is Ryanair really that bad? Come on, folks. I think they just get bad rap. Bad rap, whatever. this thing does fly really nice too. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just the stock Bonanza with the Black Square analog gauges, but I don't know, it's pretty nice. All right, that's about a beam. I'm going to go gear down, configure a little bit early. Gear down 3 green. We're out the flaps. Start slowing down to about 100 knots. Trim here. I'm really fighting the yoke. This is quite a wide downwind too. Don't do this in real life, folks. You'll get yelled at. The pilot would say it's not a hard landing, but a positive landing. Exactly. Firm in the touchdown zone. Yeah, this is a terrible pattern, folks. Wow. It's almost like I've never done this before. So approach speed I think is 80 in the Bonanza. So we fly it at 100 downwind, 90 base, 80 on final. Does that sound about right to you guys? Good. Okay. All right, we'll start coming down 500 feet per minute. This is pretty good. Shenandoah traffic, Bonanza 1202, turning left base, runway 5, full stop Shenandoah. Pitch up a little bit here to lead off a little more airspeed. It's kind of a tight base. It's going to be a tight base to final, rather. Even in VR, it's a little bit difficult to gauge sometimes. This is actually much easier in real life. All right. Throw out the flaps. Props full forward. Fuel pump can come on. Low. All right, red, blue, green. That's the final gums check. Everything looks good. I don't want to get too slow here. It's already 80 knots. It's too slow. Be on the backside of the power curve. Shenandoah traffic. Bonanza 1202 is turning final runway 5. Full stop. Yeah, right on the 500 call. That's pretty good. Except we're a little bit slow. We don't want to stall spin, making that base to final turn like so many pilots have done in the past. No, I think we're really good actually. Now, let's see if we can land. I've not landed the Bonanza since I've built my PC, which is January. It should be fine. It's like a big arrow. We do have a crosswind to deal with though. But it seems like we always have a crosswind to deal with these days. 80 knots. This is looking okay. Center line. A little bit of left rudder. Just going to fly it down to the markers. I guess we pull power kind of over the threshold in a Bonanza. A little flat. It's fine. VFR. Dial in some back trim. Fight for the center line. Gradually pulling power. Looking at the end of the runway. A little long, a little floaty. I want to get a good landing. Maybe. We'll see. Oh, all right. Squirrely on touchdown, of course. Thank you, MSFS. And we'll roll it. No sense to smoke the brakes. I think that was pretty good. Should have the yoke in my chest right here. Do a little bit of aerodynamic braking, but that's all right. Oops. Sorry about the view. Yeah, I think that worked out okay. 6 knots. That's fine. Not going to side load the gear. Keep the RPM up. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shenandoah Airport. Shenandoah Stanton Regional Airport. I don't know what that is. That's not there in real life. The plane crash over there. Jeez. What is that? I'm going to investigate that. That's weird. Hang on a second. Shenandoah traffic, Bonanza 1202, Romeo's clear runway 05, Shenandoah. We'll be taxiing back to the FBO. Okay, so that was pretty good. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, it was pretty smooth. I think so too. Aviation Geek, yes. Julie, yes, I landed. Yes. Not like Ryanair. So smooth. Thank you, Julie. Jaden, I think it was smooth. Virtue Sim, thank you. Julie, great landing. Thank you. We'll see. We'll check the landing rate calculator. Sometimes it really doesn't like me. Let's lean the mixture here since we're on the ground. We don't want to foul the plugs. We can turn the strobes off. Taxi light on, landing light off. I want to see what that is over there. I'm sorry for one second. What is this craziness over here? I mean, I've flown into this airport before. I don't remember any of this being here. Yeah, like a wrecked WestJet? Maybe these are here? I've just never noticed? I don't know. That's weird. I forget what airport this even is. I think it's a freeware, like a Flight Sim TO, like freeware. It's actually not terrible. One of the airports that I had collected over time before, but never used, because when I had my old rig, I couldn't run payware airports or custom airports in VR when streaming. It crushed my VRAM too much. All right, let's taxi. Go back to the FBO, and we'll park, and then I will file us back into Manassas via the Fluky Gate through the SFRA. I think that went pretty well. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. Turn the flight director on. See if we can avoid taxiing at like 90 knots like we did at Manassas. But anyway, yeah. I don't know what that is. It's a broken add-on. Yeah, maybe. It's a broken something. Mateo, what's going on? You just got out of your pool. Oh, good for you, man. Oh, it must be nice. Must be nice. DM me your address. I will come over with snacks and enjoy your pool. No, I'm kidding. Well, what's going on, Pilot Mateo? It's been a while. Yeah, this is actually pretty much what Shenandoah looks like. They don't have any food or anything here. I mean, they just have like a picnic area, like to the right, kind of in between these two little terminal buildings. This one here is the main terminal. So when I have flown in here in the past, I have packed myself a peanut butter and jelly and some snacks. I've sat like right there, and if you sit on the benches that aren't represented here, you get an amazing view over there. It's actually really cool. All right, let's get those RPMs up here, and let's set the parking brake. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I don't know what that is anyway. But Pilot, Mateo, why are you so sorry? Don't worry about it, man. Sorry for what? Yes, I have a Quest 2. Quest 2. Yeah, it does have good graphics. I'm really happy with it. Yeah, this airport's okay. It's got the name of the airport on it, at least. It's pretty accurate. Oh, this is where... Okay, so this is kind of cool. This is actually where we got the 650 installed. Right here. This would be Shenandoah Avionics. And my man Todd hooked us up with an insanely good deal on that piece of kit, and he even took our old GTN 430 WAS in trade. He gave us good money for it too. I guess those things are still in demand, but yeah, not bad. I mean, I don't think you can go in the terminal buildings or anything, but hey, who cares? It's still a pretty cool little airport. Anyway, let's check the landing rate. Anyway, let's see. Good, yes, it does. Julie, why does 340 have small engines? But because it's got 4 of them. Because it's got 4 engines, Julie. They're not that small, are they? What's on? I don't even know what kind of engines are on a 340. To be honest, I never had one in the sim. Yeah, that was a good one. Okay, 46 feet per minute. That was a very uncharacteristically good landing. For yours truly at 46 feet per minute. So not bad. In fact, that was pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. All right, let's do this. Let's go in here. Let's clear out this. Actually, what we can do, let's delete this. Let's make our lives easier. Oh, with the new 650 that we have, it integrates with ForeFlight. So I got this little blue card is a FlightStream 510, and it's Bluetooth enabled. Basically, you can ship flight plans back and forth between your tablet, like ForeFlight, or if you happen to use Garmin Pilot. Why? Anyway, it'll allow you to just send the flight plans directly to the navigator, and vice versa. If you make changes on the navigator, it'll ship them back to the tablet, to ForeFlight. It's pretty epic. So anyway, Aviation Geek. Oh, what? You retracted your message. What kind of RAM? I have 32 gigs of like RAM, and then VRAM. I got a 4090, so I've got, what is that, 24 gigs of VRAM on my GPU. So all right, what I need to do now, kind of need to, how am I going to do this? I got to look at my physical tablet real quick. Sorry, folks. What I should do is put the B-Ray back screen up, but I'm not going to. Sorry if it's kind of a weird view for a second. God, I don't have my reading glasses on too, so it makes this even harder. Okay, so right now it's about 0005 Zulu. I want to file this back in at like maybe 59. Yeah, give us another hour of just kind of buzzing around. How about that? So that's good. That's all good. I'm just looking at this flight plan. We're going back into Fluky. So I'm going to go ahead and generate that. Building maps, blah, blah, blah. I'm just looking at my tablet here. Sorry, folks. And then what we'll do, now this is where it gets tricky. I wish I could show you this. I'm going to pre-file on VATSIM. And then I'm going to say altitude 2,000 feet because we're VFR, but I'm going to be at about 2,000 feet when we come back in through the SFRA. Oh, not 20,000 feet, 2,000 feet. And it's going to be Fluky, but that's going to be the departure. So DEP / Fluky, and then in the remarks, I'm just going to say SFRA. So in real life, what I'm doing right now that you can't see, ForeFlight takes care of for me, which is really nice. All right, that's good. That's all good. Just double checking all this because it's a weird kind of flight plan for VATSIM. Yep, that's all good. And file flight plan. Filed successfully. Nice. All right, we're done. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about the delay. Are you guys back? I don't know what happened there. Hey, let me know if you can at least see the screen and hear things. I don't know. I think... Yeah, the flight was smooth. Something just happened there. My headset disconnected itself from the sim somehow, and now I have no audio. So this sucks. I have no idea what just happened there, folks. I think we might have to shut this one down, to be honest with you. Can you guys hear? Yeah, Julie, can you hear anything? Like me talking, at least. I know you can you hear the sim? Probably can't hear the sim. That's a real bummer. Damn. Well, we got one leg in at least. Yeah, Mateo, you can. Yeah, I can't hear anything. There's no. Can you hear any like sim audio? Do you hear like engine noise in the background? You can hear the sim. Why can't I? All right. Screen is black. No sim. Okay. All right. Hold on. Sit tight. I think I know what happened. All right. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Yeah, well, that's a bummer. It's hosed. I know, it's not funny, and I don't... Well, actually, hold on. Hold on 1 more second. All right, one more second. I think I know what I need to do. Hold on. Let's see if we can recover from this. All right. Well, I know it's not funny. It's not funny to me either. It's actually incredibly annoying. You can probably see the sim again, but here's the problem. I can't hear anything. So I can't, I'm not going to be able to hear ATC. I'm not going to be able to hear anything. So I think I'm going to have to shut this one down. I hate to say it. And maybe we'll try again, later on in the week. I am so bummed because that was really fun. Well, we got one leg in. Can you guys at least see now? Should be able to see the big chat window. Yeah. Well, I apologize. I have no idea what happened. All of a sudden, like the link it said that my link cable was disconnected, and you see the sim. Yeah, I can't hear the sim is the problem, which means I can't hear. I'm not going to be able to hear. What do you call it? VATSIM. I'm not going to be able to hear ATC. I mean, I guess what we can do is just. I mean, I guess I don't. No, I use the link cable. I'm using the link cable, Virtue Sim. I guess what we could do is just, I don't know, log off of VATSIM and fly back to Manassas offline. I mean, I can't, if you guys can hear the sim, that's cool. I can't hear anything in my headset. Like, the headset audio is not working. And I think it's just the headset, which is really irritating. Because you guys can probably hear stuff. I just can't, which is not good for VATSIM. So, I mean, I guess I could try to fly with no audio. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I think I'm just gonna call it. This is gonna be too weird and too difficult to do, to be honest. So, hey, I am 1,000 times apologize. We got one good leg in at least before things went south. I got a good landing, and you guys get to go and do other stuff tonight. I am gonna have to troubleshoot that issue because I that's annoying. I can't have that happening with this headset. Yeah, Flight Sim Nerd. Yeah, exactly. You could. Hey, what's going on, Flight Sim Nerd? By the way, sorry I missed your chats, man. What's going on? Yeah, it would be too weird. So I'll tell you what. I am gonna shut it down. For now, I'm going to troubleshoot that issue. Hope it's just a one-off, and then we'll get another stream up at some point in the near future. Maybe in I don't know. We'll figure it out. But hey, you know what? We got an hour's worth of flying in. We got a fun real-world procedures flight, SFRA, VFR. We got a nice buttery smooth landing here at lovely Shenandoah Valley Regional Airport, nestled in the Shenandoah Valley. Here in Virginia, and yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll try for it another day this week. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize, but I'm glad y'all made it. Thanks for hanging out for an hour or so, and yeah, we'll figure out what's going on. So I guess that's going to be it for me tonight. Hey, if you liked the flight when we were doing it, don't forget to hit the like button. That sounds weird to say now, but oh yeah, like the stream if you liked it. I liked hanging out with you guys tonight. It was a fun Monday until it wasn't. And I'll tell you what, we'll figure out what happened, and then we'll do better next time. All right, you guys have a good night. These things happen. Yeah, exactly. 2 CTDs. Oh, it's a bummer, man. Virtue Sim, Mateo, MSFS is too strong. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it. I got to get to some troubleshooting here. You guys have a good night, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one. All right, that's bye for me. Bye bye.